What's going on, YouTube? Happy Thursday. Hope everybody week is going good. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for the weekend, almost to Friday. But I wanted to bring you guys an update to the London Thomas story because a while back in the summertime, I started covering this story. But as of recently, we haven't had any news, and I've been checking every other week to see if there's any updates. But today there is an update that we finally found out about, and I'm going to read that article and share it with you guys. But the mother and the son of the ex-boyfriend of London Thomas was also arrested today in regards to her murder. But before I even go into that, let me say my copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, scholarship, and research. All right, so I'm going to read this, start at the top. All right, it says, London Thomas boyfriend and his mother charged in connection with her murder. Wayne County prosecutors have charged two people in connection with the disappearance and death of 17-year-old London Thomas. Thomas' boyfriend, Jalen Pendergrass, 23, and his mother, Charlotte Pendergrass, 49, of Clawson, which is a city here in Michigan, are currently in custody and have each been charged with second-degree murder. Now, I disagree with this second degree. I feel like it should be first, but we'll know more as the case proceeds to know why it's been charged as second degree. It also says Thomas' body was found in Southfield on April 26, 2025, in the area of the Millard Street near Berg Road. Now, her body was discovered inside an SUV parked in the driveway of a home. And keep in mind, when they originally went out to question the neighbor or the homeowner of that home where the body was found, she pretty much had no comment to say, or that's what she told the news reporters, no comment, and then shut the door. But so I kind of feel like she's involved in somehow or connected in some type of way. But that's just an opinion. That's not a fact. I'm just speculating. It also says the medical examiner determined that Thomas died from asphyxia and ruled the manner of death as homicide. So there was strangulation involved as the cause of death. It says Thomas was last seen around 4 a.m. on April 5th after she was dropped off at an Inkster residence on the 27260 block of Carlisle Street near Inkster Road. Prosecutors alleged that Jalen Pendergrass and Thomas had been in a relationship, but that it ended when she arrived at the Inkster residence. That's just the prosecution's theory. Authorities said Thomas' sister reported her missing to the Inkster Police Department on April 5th and on April 6th. Thomas' mother reported her missing to the Detroit police when she did not return home. So they didn't waste any time hesitating to contact law enforcement when their daughter did not return. On April 26th, prosecutors said Inkster police received a tip from a friend of Charlotte Pendergrass. Why are we just hearing about this tip, though, from the friend if it happened back in April? I'm kind of curious on that. Prosecutors said that the friend alleged that Charlotte Pendergrass called him on April 7th and asked him to move a sealed plastic bin with unknown contents. Authorities said that the friend placed the bin in an SUV on Millard Street in Southfield on April 11th. So they're pretty much saying that London was in that plastic bin and that a friend helped her unknowingly move the body into an SUV. Michigan State Police, along with the FBI and Detroit Police, responded to the Millard Street address and found Thomas' body. I am proud of the excellent work that has been done in this case. It has taken countless hours of investigation and diligent work by the Michigan State Police, the Detroit Police Department, and the FBI. As a result of that work, we have been able to charge and bring the perpetrators of this cruel and deadly crime to justice, said Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy. Now, Charlotte Pendergrass was initially charged in May with lying to a peace officer in a violent crime investigation. Those charges were dropped in August after prosecutors noted that Pendergrass allegedly lied to FBI agents while they conducted a criminal investigation into Thomas' death. Jalen Pendergrass and Charlotte Pendergrass will be arraigned Friday morning in the 22nd District Court in Inkster. So did she lie to peace officers and lie to the FBI? Because lying to the FBI is something totally different. more severe penalties lying to the FBI. So maybe that will be added to her charges as well. But that's all the story that we have as of right now. I just wanted to share that because we haven't had any new updates as of since. But now that we do, now this case is moving forward, we can actually, hope that we get justice for London Thomas, and they will be back in court. Let me just see. I want to see if I can pull up their actual charges, though. Give me 1 second. I'm just kind of curious why we didn't get that information about the friend and what the friend knew back in April. And why are we hearing about it 6 months later after the fact? It was already known that they already got the anonymous tip months ago. So why hide that from the public and now decide to say that now? I'm just kind of curious. Now, the boyfriend and the mother, they've already been out on bond pretty much. And what I'm kind of shocked about is that the ex-boyfriend, he was a suspect, but he was arrested on a separate charge a few months ago in the summertime. But they still gave him a low bond and still gave him a bond to even be let out because he was still, at that time, he should have been considered a suspect, but he wasn't. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking up her court information to see what all she has officially been charged with. Both him and she and her son, what they're being charged with. I'm putting in this passcode for this website. As you know, they like to keep it secure for some reason. So they think. So I don't see her court information. Well, I do, but it's old. It's the line to a peace officer. Let me just see if I can. Let me look up another way. I probably won't be able to see any updates about the court information until tomorrow because they haven't even had their arraignment yet. So more than likely they're still in custody. I won't be able to find out where as far as that because it could be a number of places. Okay, so yeah, it's no new updates about any court information, but I will keep you guys posted. I did try to search to see, but they haven't even had an arraignment yet, so more than likely it's not going to be there. But I will keep you guys posted as I always do. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Have a good one. See you later.